It's actually really easy to create a color palette for your logo or your brand in Canva because they give you a lot of tools for inspiration and ease of use to speed the process along. So let's look at how we would create a brand color palette in Canva. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to create a new design, and I'm going to choose a custom size. I want it to be 1080 by 700, and then I'm just going to click create new design. So from here, all I did was add a photo frame. So photo frame. And then I'm just dragging it onto my canvas and sizing it to be whatever size that I want it to do. It's easiest to do with a photo frame because then you can just drag and drop stuff onto your canvas. Okay, then I also need a rectangle. Add a shape. All right, so from here, I am going to add my rectangle, and then I'm going to duplicate it and duplicate it and duplicate it and duplicate it and duplicate it. All right, so then once I have them all duplicated, I just pick them all and I resize them. So that way they are all the same size. And then I can go over to position and I can align them all nicely. Boom. Okay, so we're ready, set, go. Okay, so from here, I feel like it's easiest to start with a photo. Some people know what color they want. Like let's say that they want to have a blue color palette. So if you want to have a blue color palette, then you would just head on over to photos and you can search for monochromatic blue photo. Or you can just search for blue photo, right? And you can pick whatever photo makes you feel happy. Let's say that this one is my photo. Boom. I think that's a beautiful picture. Okay, so what's really cool now is I'm going to select this rectangle. And if I click on shape, you'll see that Canva has already pulled the colors from this photo out for me. So in my color palette, I'm going to want to have a dark color, a super light color, because the dark color is going to be for all the text that I'm going to put on my designs. The super light color I will use for backgrounds, and sometimes I use it for like a lighter background color that isn't white. And then I also want to have a color that adds contrast, so it would call attention to items. And then I also want to have oftentimes different colors for headings, so that way I can have a good clear hierarchy of headings in my designs. So I'm just going to start by choosing the colors that it gives me and plopping them on the canvas. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. So I'm not a huge fan of this peachy color right here. I'm going to change it into my lightest color because I need to have a super light color. So if I click on it right here, I can slide it on over until I find a nice light color that I like. Now you might like a little really light blue, and maybe I do want to have a really light blue. So if I want to pick a really light blue out of the picture, I'm just going to click the plus sign here. And then I can sample out whatever color I want from here. And that did not trend blue as I thought it would. So I can pull it up and make it more blue. So now I have two light colors. Now I'm going to choose a color that I want my darkest color to be. So I don't really want brown. So I'm going to make this actually into my darkest color. And I'm going to sample it from the picture. There's a nice, really dark area right here. Boom. Okay, so that's going to be a great color because it's going to go on top of my light colors and my medium color right here, and I can easily type on it. So if you're not sure, you can type some text. You can even choose your normal font, like what font would you normally use in your design or what fonts do you like? And then you can switch the text size or text color out to be your darkest color and then look at it. Like, can you read it? And if you can't read it, then it's not working. And you can also use, there's a testing tool that we use out in Google Chrome that is a Chrome extension that will let you test for ADA. And I have a link to that in the blog post. So you can check that one out too. Okay, so I feel like I have some really clear hierarchy between these two colors. They feel good to me. So the only thing that I'm missing right now is I'm missing that color that's going to add emphasis to an area because all of these colors feel a lot the same. Now I could use the dark blue, but I like to use contrast. So I think I'm actually, I might actually change, which one do I want? Or I can add another color, right? So let's say that I want to add another color in. So I'm going to copy and paste that. Boom. All right. So let's add my pop color. So I'm just going back over to color. I'm going to click plus, and I'm going to try a green and see how it goes. Okay. So that definitely stands out against the rest of the colors in this color palette. But if I wanted a warmer color, I might come over here and choose something in this sunset, and then I can make it a little bit brighter if I wanted to. So that to me, maybe it's up to you, right? Do you want to either one of those two colors trend differently enough from the other colors in this color palette that they will be my pop color? So I can even label them if I want to. Pop/accent. And you can see that I can still read my text on it. So that is awesome. All right, friends. So there you go. And then once you have your color palette all done, I would suggest going over and finding the hexadecimal codes for each one of these babies. So when you scroll over them, see how it says 0A1B19. So we could type that in here, 0A1B19, and you can choose the color that you might have it, right? So maybe oh shoot, got to choose this one right here. So you could choose the text color that you wanted on here, and then you'll know what color it is. If you are designing for print, just know that you can put these into your print program and you can convert them to CMYK colors really easily. So it's not hard. All right, so there you go. Everything you ever wanted to know, and maybe even some things you didn't, about making color schemes in Canva. I hope this helps.